Hi, it's Vex, and today we want to talk about these two cards. That's right, the Rules Committee, out of left field, I guess their quarterly update, but out of left field, banned Golos, right here, so now it's officially banned in Commander, and unbanned Worldfire, so there is a balance in the force. One banned card, one unbanned card. So let's talk about why this is banned, why this is unbanned. But first, let's talk about Golos. Before I go into the explanation of the Rules Committee, why they banned and stuff, I made a quick short. If you haven't seen it, you can watch it right here. And it's kind of if you look at it closely, like the things I do in the short. I basically, let's say Golos is my commander. I played Ancient Tomb, right? A land that produced 2 colorless. Tap it, Soul Ring, and produce more colorless mana. Mana Crypt, and tap these with a flowing mana from Ancient Tomb to cast Golos and like get a waste from my deck. So essentially, I have artifacts and lands that produce only colorless mana. I just casted a 5-color commander Golos, so I think it's kind of hilarious. And then I untapped here, played another land that produced colorless. Of course, why not? Played Chromatic Ori with 7 mana here, and used Chromatic Ori's ability in here to essentially activate Golos, revealing through Eldrazi. So I have all colorless cards here, but am able to activate Golos' ability because I have powerful cards like Chromatic Ori, again, like World Tree and stuff like that. Golos is the #1 commander according to EDH Rec. It's crazy to think that the Rules Committee would ban the most popular commander in the commander format. And the reason Golos is the most popular because it's so super easy to build around. Right? So I'm going to paraphrase what the Rules Committee said. It was just really easy to build around. You literally just put Golos in any deck. You could just say, like my Eureka deck, I could just replace Eureka with Golos, add in some Wooburg lands, like the World Tree, and activate Golos' ability over and over again to cast free spells. So he's super powerful. He also effectively reduces the commander tax by 1 because you always fetch out a land. For instance, again, the World Tree, when you cast Golos, so if you have 5 lands, you cast Golos, you get 6 land. And if Golos gets killed, goes back to command zone, you pay 1 more land, 7 lands, you cast Golos, and then you get another refund by pulling on the 7th land when ETBs, or the 8th land when Golos ETBs into the battlefield. And with Golos' ability, it's kind of like Golos' ability is a mana advantage and a card advantage engine. Because you pay 7 to essentially draw 3 cards, like a red impulse draw, but you get to cast all this for free. And if you have 10 mana, 13 mana's worth of value in there, you essentially drew 3 cards and played 13 mana for 7. Extremely good. The Rules Committee also mentioned other good stuff commanders like Kenrith. It's a huge step down. I don't think you can replace Kenrith into a Golos deck very easily, but it could be done because Kenrith probably needs more ramp because Golos ramps itself. Has the free casting ability, which probably have high mana value cards to cast with. But Kenrith has all these cool abilities, so you can just slot it right in. I feel bad for people who have made dedicated Golos decks and have a foil Golos, just like I do right here. Unfortunately, I have a foil Golos, which I had a deck of, which I'll get into in a bit. But Kenrith is definitely a step down. They also don't like good stuff commanders. They've talked to Wizards about building good stuff commanders that don't cost the full Wooburg, that are very easy to cast. Kenrith is easy to cast because it's 4 generic and 1 white. So they've discussed that with Wizards, and hopefully Wizards doesn't make any more Goloses in the future, so they don't have to keep banning them. So let's get into my opinions on the banning of Golos. I think the banning was fine. I actually had a Golos deck right here. I made several videos on Golos. This used to be headed by Golos. If you watch the video here, I've actually, because Golos is so powerful, I was so annoyed at how powerful it was, I just decreased the power by just put Golos in the deck and substituting it with Child Alara. This is my Maze's End commander deck that no longer is headed by Golos. It used to be headed by Golos. That's why I had a nice foil Golos for it. But now in the 99, people are going to ask, what am I going to replace Golos with? I honestly don't know. I think another land. That's what I do. When things get banned, I just replace it with another land or a mana dork. Because it's just easier that way. Most people are like, I built my dedicated Golos deck, what do I do? The next best commander, a lot of people are saying, is Joda, Archmage's Eternal, because you get a discount on your high mana value cards. But the thing is, like, if you've built Golos, you probably put good stuff in there. You could build other decks with your good stuff. Your 5-color lands won't go away. You know, there's so much good stuff in the Golos deck. You could switch it to Joda, you could switch it to Kenrith, or you just make another, other decks. It doesn't even matter. Just make 2 different decks. Who knows? Make a Yuriko deck and a Naya deck, an Atla-Palani deck. Who knows? Whatever. Just enjoy yourself. I think the ban is good. People hate playing against it. It's just too powerful. I hated playing it, actually, sometimes. That's why I switched my commander. I also have another video, a ridiculous video about Golos and using all 40 double masters borderless cards in there. It was super ridiculous. But Golos made it possible because Golos is so powerful. So, just think about that. How powerful is this commander if I took 40 random cards that had nothing to do with, not nothing, but nothing to do with each other. Ridiculous. Like Goblin Guy was one of those cards. Put it in a deck, but Golos has made the deck super strong, playable. I did win a couple games, but obviously a deck is kind of like a meme deck. But Golos made it work. I had a friend that had a Golos deck. They just had some random janky Azorius, big mana tribal deck, whatever. And there's like, no, whatever. That the tribe member was not good enough commander. Just put Golos, put some green ramp spells, and turn it to a banned deck virtually. And it just became twice as powerful because Golos' ability right here. And now, again, because the new printing of World Tree, it just doesn't even, like, Wooburg mana doesn't even matter. You can just get Wooburg for free with this card and Golos. I'm glad it was banned. I think we need to have a way to have, commander. A lot of people have use commander as expression of identity. They have, like these are all good stuff decks. They have decks that have themes, like Edgar Markov, Yuriko. They have discard Kroxa, Tiny Bones, all this stuff. Even Korvold's Sacrifice theme. So it's more fun to have a themed commander instead of just stuffing good stuff and be like, oh, I won because all I have is good stuff in my deck. Of course, right? I'm okay with the ban. I hope you're okay with the ban, but either way, we got to deal with it because it's banned now. You can always rule 0 it in. You're like, hey guys, I have my commander, it's Golos, I know it's recently banned, can we play with it? Most likely, if somebody did that, asked if they could play a Golos deck, I'm like, sure, you can play your Golos deck, but I'm going to, have the rule 0 conversation, ask the power level of the deck, and then I'm going to increase my deck's power level a couple notches to compensate for this commander. Like, you better believe I'm going to up the power level of my deck that I'm playing just to play against Golos. After discussing Golos, we're just going to tap him out, bam. And then we're going to talk about the Worldfire Unbanned. So I know that everybody almost knows what Golos does, but not a lot of people know what Worldfire does. So it's 6 red, printed in M13. Exile all permanents, even enchantments. Exile all cards from all hands and graveyards. You basically exile everything. Each player's life total becomes 1. So it's kind of like a restart the game card. And I think the commander advisory group, rules committee, deemed that, this is safe. It's a 9-mana spell. 9-mana spells are haymaker spells. They should do something. Most people probably won't play this card. I actually was very lucky. I have a play set because I collected M13, and now these have spiked up to like $25 a piece. Ridiculous. Don't buy these now because I feel like this won't be played that much. I was hoping that Worldfire would be unbanned. If you've been watching my channel, I make these shorts on why things are banned. And today was actually the day I was going to record this video with Worldfire, which is kind of crazy. Good thing I didn't record the video. I recorded the Golos video and released it right away. So they did save me a video, but I was going to record it with Oblivion Ring, Cauldron Familiar. So things you could do with Worldfire, you could restart the game. Everybody starts at 1, then they're all hellbent. You draw a card each turn, and hopefully somebody draws a land and can play the game. Usually, if you're a ramp player, you're a green player, you've ramped tons of lands onto the battlefield from your deck, so you probably have less lands in your deck, which is not good to play after Worldfire. I was going to make it short, basically saying that if you cast Cauldron Familiar, you can Oblivion Ring Cauldron Familiar, exile Cauldron Familiar. You can cast Worldfire, exile Oblivion Ring, which Cauldron Familiar will ETB, and drain for 1, kill everybody. So you can use Worldfire as a finisher. People who don't use Worldfire as a finisher are mean. I was going to say this, but again, you got to have cool haymaker cards. For 9 mana, you essentially do have win the game cards. This is not exactly a full win the game cards unless you do the combo right here. Like this. In my play group, if you cast Worldfire and you can't win the game, the whole table will concede and go on to the next game, because you might as well just play a game with a fresh 7 versus a game starting Hellbent. If you actually want to play the game starting Hellbent and at 1 life, you could just rule 0 that in. It's like, hey, do you want to start at 1 life and start Hellbent? As if Worldfire did happen. People would be like, sure, why not? It'll be fun. So you can always rule 0 that in. I see this unbanning as super good. I still want them to unban Sway the Stars, such like that, which, time twisters, and everybody starts at 7. That's very similar to Worldfire. I think Sway the Stars costs 10 mana. 8 blue. So we'll see. We'll see if I do a video of that. Maybe I'll save it last, just in case they unban that card. I'm fine with this unban. I'm glad they unbanned this card. I want them to actually unban more cards like Coalition Victory. What else? Biorhythm. All those giant expensive cards that can win the game. Biorhythm doesn't actually really win the game, but Coalition Victory does say win the game. But they said they're not going to unban those cards, so it's kind of sad. Anyways, yeah, I'm okay with these this being banned, this being unbanned. Hopefully they don't start banning everybody's popular commander like Corvold. I believe in their message they're not going to ban Kenrith the Returned King. So that's safe. I would consider that super safe. I don't think they're... I mean, it is crazy that it did ban a #1 commander. But this commander was so egregious. It's just egregious and should have never existed. It's so powerful as part of the 9/9. It's too powerful. So glad it happened. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, enjoyed my discussion, give the video a thumbs up, smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to be alerted for new videos. I have my TCG player affiliate link in the description below to help support the channel. And as always, have a wonderful day.